You're listening to Metal Gear Mondays. If you want to support the show, check out patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays.
This week on Metal Gear Mondays, Response Get.
愛にあふれて命枯れても私はすべて捧げる
Come on back for Gear Metal Days. Show what covers Gear Metal Solid Series back and forth like Club for Books. Alessio Summerfield and always Writer Wright, Samuel Wright.
How do?
Magic Limb, Isaac Limb, man.
Where can houses be far and the moon do sea trekking?
Isaac, no do. You know do. We do.
We do.
How you do? No.
Last times,
Isaac, man.
latest times, looked into ball touch, fairy outfit, and sad man. God damn it, I can't do that.
I do. Last times, looked into ball touch, fairy outfit, and sad man. Before seeing Toontown talk back on them parts, let me at the missing parts, may no coverage. Yes, ma'am. Yes, do. Do eggs?
Yeah.
You listen question show. You listen to question show. Is joke. Alessio, man, how do?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just totally dropped the ball.
You fucked that so bad.
Dude, I literally could not keep a straight face.
I lost it. Magic Limb, Isaac Limb. Oh, we have this bullshit. If you go listen to the last episode of That's the Question, we had a joke. We had a joke at the end, and we said that we were going to play a prank on Isaac because he doesn't listen to the podcasts.
Yeah,
and it turns out that Alessio pranked himself.
Yeah. Isaac, so me and Sam wrote a script of broken English, and we were going to try and do like the first 10 minutes of the podcast in our script.
Oh.
But I literally just can't. I couldn't hold it.
Well, send it my way.
You.
I'll do it.
I did pretty good.
I'll do it.
You do it?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, but we just finished our script.
Sam do.
Is that
Isaac
it? That's all you guys
Sam
got?
do.
Yeah, we were going to riff, and then I lost it. I'm sorry.
You just
like we wrote like the first page, and that was it.
Isaac do, Sam do, Alessio no do.
No
Alessio
do.
bad. Alessio bad do. Do
no
the do.
Yep.
Pitch Black, now in stores. Buy it.
Now available in
Decision.
Walmarts everywhere.
Hashtag Decision 2016. Anyway.
But yeah, so anyway, let me give you guys that intro one more time in English. Metal Gear Mondays is the podcast where we play through all the games from start to finish in chronological release order, and we talk about them. And this is our patented off-week side op. Essentially, in between all the mainline episodes, we do side ops to kind of read your responses, talk about some stuff we didn't cover, do deleted scenes, etc., etc. Sometimes we go a little off topic. However, we do have a fair amount of listener responses, and we have got some fun deleted scenes that are Metal Gear related this week. So, Sam, though, you had some stuff that you wanted to talk about that we didn't mention last episode, including some stuff about the sorrow. Do you mind letting us know what that is?
Yeah. Well, the one thing about the sorrow that I wanted to bring up that I noticed, but I forgot to mention, was one of the clever little things about the battle was that his life bar pops up in the top corner like everybody else, but it's completely empty. It's 100% empty because he is clearly, obviously, already dead. And I thought that was a really cool little touch. We were in the Slack channel, and Nick Freda goes, says something like, what did he say? Okay, here it is. Nick Freda says, you guys mentioned Kojima's rare subtlety around the sorrow. Thank goodness they didn't do the same goofy treatment to him that they did to the end instead of dentures popping out his eyeball. Come to think of it, do we even air... Hold. Come to think of it, do we ever hear him say the sorrow upon death? And my response was, we didn't, though that may potentially be because he's already dead.
Dead. Very true.
So
Yeah.
somebody got to hear it. Does that mean he exploded after the boss shot him?
Yeah.
I sure fucking hope so.
That would be. I feel like that would just add insult to injury. It's like, well, you didn't want to kill this guy, but we're just gonna blow him up in front of you.
Well, his corpse is relatively intact, so I don't think.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
The little microbomb was a post sorrow decision.
It just blew up his heart. He was heartbroken.
Oh,
that makes sense. Poor man.
Let's play a eulogy for
sad
him.
man.
He's such a sad man. Well, that aside, I think that is there anything else that we missed from last week that we wanted to talk about?
I don't know, Alessio.
Did we? I think we're good. I think that's
Okay.
it.
If we did, be sure to tell us and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. If we missed anything, definitely let us know. I believe that we had a very thorough episode, though, because that was the longest recorded Metal Gear Monday and maybe the longest recorded podcast in Geek Time history that was not split into multiple parts. So,
Like the Star Wars episode.
yeah. Yeah.
That was a disaster.
Yes. So diving right in, we've got some iTunes reviews, and Sam, I feel like you have carried the torch with the iTunes reviews since day one. So do you want to go through the iTunes reviews for us?
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah.
We got a new iTunes review from the US, from O'Reilly3251. Riley says, love the show, has a great set of hosts. Uh-oh. It's a great way to relive the stories or to learn about them if you've never played. Great comedic relief that has you coming back for more. If I only had a send button. Maybe I can use my send button.
What do you guys think that means? Is it like a codec? Codec send?
I think Kodak.
Yeah.
I think Kodak.
Okay.
We're going to go with Kodak.
Cool.
So UK, we haven't got anything new from the UK or Australia.
What about Canada, Sam? Can you tell me a little bit about Canada?
So let me give you an update about Canada. In a actually complete shock, Canada has no fucking iTunes reviews. What the fuck, guys? Fucking Maple Leaf ass bullshit. There's a reason fucking the Raptors got destroyed in basketball. And I don't know what your hockey team is, but I hope they fucking are cursed forever. And I know that's where it hurts you. Hockey's your thing. fuck the Maple Leafs.
You
Is it the
hear?
Maple
Yeah.
Leafs?
You heard
the
it
Maple
here.
Leafs, Toronto Maple Leafs. Fuck the Maple Leafs.
You heard it
Sam.
here first,
Fucking
guys.
come up in here.
Sam is
not giving us
cursing
any
all of
goddamn
Canada.
reviews. Maple Leafs.
I'm sorry.
From the
guys.
Raptors. And then who the fuck? I need fucking. Do they have a?
Their prime
do they have
minister
a-
kicks ass, though. He's a very cool guy.
Yeah, their prime minister's great, but like everything else, no reviews.
I
I
will
need to look up all of their sports teams.
I will
Canadian.
say that whenever I was going through all the iTunes pages, that for some reason in Australia the most listened to episode is episode I can't remember what episode. I think it was a Nick Ziegler episode though. So congratulations, Nicky Z. You were the most popular guest that we've had in Australia.
Okay, so the Blue Jays. Fuck the Blue Jays. Toronto FC. I think that's soccer. Fuck the Toronto FC. The fucking Raptors. Fuck the Raptors. I don't even like the Cavaliers, but I'm living in Ohio and I'm glad they beat the Raptors. Fuck them. And fuck the Toronto Maple Leaves. Give us some goddamn reviews. Maybe I'll change my goddamn mind.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
so
one.
mad
guys.
at you.
Just one.
I'm so disappointed. As soon as I get one, I can stop this crusade. But not until we get one. God damn it.
Yeah.
Do we even know if there are any Canadian listeners? How does that work?
I don't. So, carrying us through, we are onto Facebook posts now. So, first off, good old Eric Pasquarelli hooked us up via Facebook with a top 10 MGS boss fights YouTube video, which I will put in the show notes for this episode on the website. And you can also check that out at facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays. What did you guys think of the top 10 list, Samuel?
Well, Isaac has no opinion of it because half
No,
of it
I
is
do.
spoilers.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Oh, do you?
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
I'll give my opinion, and then we'll let you give your opinion.
All right.
I think that there was a Metal Gear Rising boss in there randomly, and I think the end was a little too far down the list for my tastes. However, I think that it's a pretty solid list.
What about you, Isaac?
Personally.
I thought
about
it was
you,
spot
Magic
on,
Man?
you know, about the number one boss fight.
Isaac doesn't know what the number one boss fight is because we censored it for him.
Yeah.
We
I don't know.
didn't tell him. The
Plus-
number one boss fight is the final boss from Metal Gear Solid 3, but
Yep.
Isaac doesn't know what that is.
Which we'll be getting to it. What if it's aliens, Sam?
Oh, fuck.
He has no idea.
Wasn't that like one of the secret endings of like one of the Silent Hill games?
That all of them have an alien ending?
Do they?
Yep.
Or like the Shiba Inu ending?
Yeah.
That's canon for me.
It's pretty great. It's pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good list. I think for me personally, I was actually kind of sad the Vulcan Raven didn't make the list.
Yeah.
And I think other than that,
What about
what
what about Fat Man?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
guys
That
gotta
was a
love
good one
Fat
too.
Man.
Fat Man didn't make it.
The big Metal Gear Ray boss fight didn't make it either, which I
yeah,
thought was
yeah.
kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, I think if you had to boil it down to the 10, was the Sorrow on the list? I don't think he was.
No. I don't know that Sorrow technically, I would technically count
Yeah.
Sorrow as a boss fight.
That's true.
It's,
He's kind of like a boss encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like a story encounter.
But yeah, if you guys are interested, it was pretty good. There was representation from I think all 5 of the main games.
Yeah.
No Peace Walker, and mysteriously some Rising. But to be completely honest, the final boss of Rising literally dropped my fucking jaw on the ground because I thought it was the most absurd thing ever. So I can understand why that's on the
Well, I
list.
mean, that whole game is the most absurd thing ever, so it stands to reason that the final boss will be the most absurd thing ever.
That's
in a
true.
game full of absurd things.
That's also true. Well, cool. Going through the list real quick before we get to something meaty, which I will pass to Isaac. We had Dustin Nichols sent us a picture of the OPM, which is official PlayStation Magazine issue that featured the MGS3 demo, and on the cover it has like a really cool exclamation point collage looking thing, like a print, and it's super cool. And so I thought it was neat. Took me on a nostalgia trip. Sam, had you seen that cover before?
I had that cover. I don't know where it is, but I had it.
Very
I
nice.
feel bad that I don't have it anymore. But yeah, it
I'll,
existed in my possession for a very long time.
I'll link to that in the show notes as well.
Sweet.
I think it's probably at my grandma's house.
You heard it here
Because
first,
there's-
folks. Raid Sam's grandma house for Metal Gear knickknacks.
'Cause I used to be like a devout PlayStation Magazine subscriber.
A devout Christian.
No, never that.
Yeah, I liked it too because the OPM I remember being like wide, like the magazine was wider than your standard magazine.
You used to have that demo disc though.
Yeah, and it just
And
felt
Saul
good.
would tell you all the tips and tricks.
Isaac, do you want to read Ben Garibaldi Smith's Facebook post?
Maybe. I'm just looking at this picture of this magazine. Is it backwards? What am I
No,
looking
Isaac,
at?
you're backwards.
Am I going through life backwards?
You don't read from right to left?
Well, all right. Everybody look at the picture.
Okay, give me a second.
Does it look like the spine is on the right? Or am I just imagining?
Hold on, it might be.
Isaac, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
You're
crazy for this one.
It's your boy.
Isaac, don't look at our cover photo for our Facebook page.
Oh, might be.
You're not allowed to look at that.
I can't even touch it.
No, I mean, I don't even think it's that big of a deal because I feel like if you're intelligent, you know that that's what is gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we don't have
I
to
can see how you
dwell.
would think that, Isaac, but I think
Yeah,
it's,
the spine's on the left because the barcode's on the bottom right.
Yeah.
And usually that's how they do with the magazines.
Okay.
I can see how you would think that too, though, Isaac. It's very misleading.
God damn it, Ziff Davis Media.
Is it Ziff Davis that published? Oh yeah, look at that. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Because Ziff Davis was EGM, and EGM and
that's right.
PSM were the same people, I think, for a while.
Well, and likewise, guys, I noticed today that we've had like 4 new Facebook page likes all in one day.
Yeah.
You guys that are new to the Facebook page, if you're listening to this, let us know how you got to the Facebook page or how you found the show, because we're always curious.
Yeah. For sure.
But Isaac, continue with.
And just so you know,
BGS.
they may not even be, if they're going chronologically, they may not get to this episode for another months.
Months.
Years,
Anyway, all right, we're getting off.
decades. Okay. Go.
Centuries.
Millennia.
Isaac, read Ben's.
All right, Ben, I'm coming at you. Ben goes, "Hey guys, love the supersized girthy podcast this week.
He did, for the record, he did not say girthy. Isaac edited that in himself.
I'm playing the game along with you, and I'd really like to weigh in with my comments on arguably the best section of the game, but I'm currently stuck in an epic battle with the Fire X-Man, the Fury. I've had 14 attempts, and then I gave up for a week. Hopefully this week I will nail it. I'm playing
look
on
at
hard
that
mode, by the way.
Damn it. Yeah, when he first posted that, I was like, you see, I'm not the only one. And then I got to the hard mode part, and I was like, God damn it.
Alessio got too
Ben.
excited too quick. Keep
Isaac,
up the
read
great work, guys. Oh,
read the
editor's
notes
note.
there.
Ben beat it on his 21st attempt.
Congrats,
Puns of Cobra names flowed like water after. Sam, would you like to?
No, I want you to read my note.
No, I want to hear some of the puns.
Oh God. Okay, let me find the.
Oh,
I'll read
Well,
Sam's
read my note, and then
Sam?
I will locate the puns.
And then Sam did not approve, and he quit the podcast. So
but he's on.
this
the
is his
podcast.
last podcast, guys.
No,
We'll have a
nope,
send off at the
I'm
end.
not even on this. I'm not even on this.
Oh,
Podcast.
Ghost that. I'm sorry.
It's
This is Ghost Sam.
Ghost Sam.
This is Sam.
Ghost
Sam
Sam.
Pie.
God fucking damn it.
Please restrict my audience attendance to Sam Pie.
Okay, so Alessio goes, "Congrats, I know your pain." And Ben goes, "And my joy at completing this." And I said, "Both of you need to stop like yesterday." And Ben goes, "You mean this should be the end of this comment thread, Sam?" And I said, "I quit the podcast effective the first episode of the podcast." And then Ben has the audacity to post a picture of Barack Obama doing his mic drop from his final speech thing.
So there you go.
I'm
Thanks.
just really upset right now, guys. I'm just really upset.
It's okay, Sam. It's okay. Ben won't hurt you. Well, cool. And I will field real quick. Good old Ryan. And we never got a pronunciation from him.
No, he never did. He never did correct us. So we're just gonna pronounce it how the
Do
fuck
it.
we want to until.
Emite.
Oh God! You didn't have to say it like that.
Say it again. Say it again.
had an emates.
All right, good old MMITE.
Ryan Eminem. I thought we called him Ryan
that's right.
Eminem.
It was Ryan Eminemite.
Eminem.
Ryan Eminemite.
Hey guys, I assume this is what Ryan sounds like. Hey guys, I'm listening to the latest episode of the podcast, and at this moment, I'm at the part where you all discuss the game's explanation of how the ICBM was fit on the Shagohod. The explanation is that the first stage rocket booster rocket/booster of a typical ICBM or a space shuttle, which I believe would have similar characteristics, is one of the largest parts. So making the Shagohod act as the first stage would probably eliminate about 1/3 of the mass of the ICBM. Here are some images I found on Google that illustrate the different rocket stages, and 2 images were attached to the post on Facebook. Likewise, like I said, you can go to facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays, and I'll also put the pictures in the show notes. So,
Wow.
I think contextually, if we were paying attention to the conversation, we could have figured that out. But
there was a little bit of a
actually
leap. Yeah, like I mean, you can.
They never did say this is how we're doing this.
Yeah, it was like a weird like semicolon situation where it was like size is a problem, and then we can put rocket boosters on the Shagohod, and it's like okay, what is?
Cool.
I don't follow. So I think we just missed like either a sentence or maybe there's not connective tissue, and you're supposed to kind of make the leap. I don't know. Either way, it was a little clunky.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, for the
makes
record, size is never a problem.
Oh, that was a very Vulcan comment.
Meet me in my room.
Are we not podcasting from your room right now?
Meet me in my other room.
my other room. Meet me in my secret room.
Okay.
I'm going to rowdy rock you with my electric fists.
Oh, Jesus.
And then you could meet me in my room.
And then we'll do it again. So Sam, before we move on, can we talk about how me and you had this weird fucking Facebook Messenger problem?
Oh yeah. So we were trying to see if we had any Facebook messages, and for some reason our Facebook page's messenger application, whatever, is not allowing us to look at any message chains that we have with people, aside from Ben Garibaldi's messages.
He hacked us, dude.
So Ben hacked us. So if there was some kind of message you tried to send us through our page, through the message function, send it again so we can talk about it, because we couldn't see it.
Yeah, and we checked on browsers and on mobile, and nothing.
And if we don't, and we try to respond really quickly. So if we don't respond to that within like 24 hours, email admin@geekti.me, and I promise you we will get back to you and read your response on the show.
Yeah. And likewise too, we did have a couple conversations in the Slack. It seemed to like a lot of people enjoyed the length of the previous episode. So hopefully that's a universal thing. We're not gonna bombard you guys with 2.5 hours every time, but I think moving forward the episodes may be a little bit longer. Since we are going to have a 4th person revolving on the show at all times. And likewise, too, we want to kind of discuss things instead of rushing through them. But yeah.
I have one quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a request on Twitter from Matt Campbell.
Oh.
At @MattCampbell_MGS.
Is he verified?
No, not yet. We're working on it. He wanted me to read his bio on the air, which is Matt Campbell, father of Meryl, brother of Roy, and the legend you never heard of. From nowhere, born November 12th. Okay. I wanted to bring that up because I also wanted to talk about his latest tweet, which is the greatest thing I've ever read in my life. At @MattCampbell_MGS. Hashtag can't go to sleep until... Everybody knows that hashtag Black Jesus got shot for our sins, and if we ain't burning cash and getting bitches, we failin'. Oh. Hashtag JK.
JK. Oh my gosh.
If we ain't burning cash and getting bitches, we failing.
It's particularly funny because I'm seeing like fan fiction Matt Campbell saying this in my head.
Oh.
I am going to post those goddamn pictures to the Metal Gear Wikia at some point and see if they take it down.
I just love Matt Campbell. It's just Roy Campbell.
It's hilarious.
It's wonderful.
Every time I see Liquid Metal Mike's pictures, it just makes me real happy.
If we have any modders out there that are fans, can we see a Matt Campbell in the PC version of Metal Gear Solid 5, please?
Please.
That would be wonderful.
God, please. I tell you what, I will give the person who does that $20.
There we go. You heard it here, guys. Sam Wright will pay for
I'll-
you $20.
I'll lay another
PayPal you $20 if you mod a convincing Matt Campbell.
Yeah, I'll put
Metal Gear Solid 5.
I'll put another like $10 in there as well.
Oh yeah,
So we got 35.
So we got 35.
35.
$35 to the person who mods Matt Campbell into the PC version of Metal Gear Solid 5.
And you got to make sure that it's on Steam Steam Workshop or whatever.
Yep.
So that everyone can play with Matt Campbell in their game.
Oh man, that's incredible.
Yep. Well, cool. So we didn't get any emails, but we did have a nice little conversations in the Slack. If you want to be a part of that Slack channel, hit us up on patreon.com/geektimenetwork. Little as $1 a month. We'll get you into the Slack, and it's a ton of fun. But yeah, without further ado, I think we're gonna roll right into deleted scenes. So before
Really quick.
Yeah, but I was gonna say
Sorry.
before. No, yeah, before we go into deleted scenes, I was gonna see if you guys had anything that you wanted to say.
Yes. Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine.
Oh, that's correct. We forgot to cover that. And this was this is news today, actually. So as of
Yeah,
recording,
as we're recording this,
which
we're recording
is,
this on Thursday the 2nd.
Yep, Thursday, June 2nd.
There's the Japan Konami is doing a pachinko
Japan.
machine surrounding Metal Gear Solid 3, and the graphics are done in Fox Engine, and it looks incredible. And I'm really bummed that it's just a pachinko machine and not a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 with the Fox Engine.
Well, I will say that when Kotaku had the article write up, they made a comment about, while they sure did go through a lot of trouble doing those graphics with the Fox Engine, I wonder if there might be a re-release in the future, ? So that would be nice.
I sure. Oh dear, please God.
Yeah, please based Kojima.
Please base Kojima. If Konami releases a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 in the Fox Engine, I will trade Canada. I will give whoever I need Canada. They can have Canada. And I am the one who gets to make that decision because nobody's put a fucking review on iTunes.
Well, I will ask you guys this. Do you think that the game would effectively have to be reworked entirely if it was in Fox Engine? Because you wouldn't have like zone load screens, and I feel like the zones would have to be fucking huge. So do you think it would work, or do you think it would effectively feel like a different game by the time it went through the process?
I think it would be way too much work, honestly.
I do too.
So
they couldn't like implement like a black screen going through each section.
I'm sure they could.
Would that be? I mean, I think that would be the solution.
Yeah, it would be weird as fuck. Like, why not just make it open world at that point, or open environment?
Well, yeah, just to kind of make it seem like it's a remake of a game that we're familiar with. God, if they can just please remake Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 in Fox Engine, that'd be great.
Well, fans were redoing 1 in like Unreal 4, and they got hit with a cease and desist from Konami. So,
oh yes.
all right. Well, without further ado, before we get into spoilers, before we get into deleted scenes, let's go ahead and do our plugs and shit now. That way, people can just conclude on the deleted scenes. So, like we've been mentioning, you can check us out on Patreon, SoundCloud, and Twitter as Geek Time Network. You can go to facebook.com/geektimepod as the URL, but you can also just search the Geek Time Network, and also facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays, and our website is geekti.me. We have a fair amount of podcasts, but we've also been doing a fair amount of like video let's play stuff, which has been fun. James Reichmuth is doing BioShock Infinite. I'm doing a blind playthrough of the original Fallout, and Sam has been doing a let's play of Neopets.
I
So
need that dog and paintbrush, dog.
yeah, so
That stemmed. I'm really quick. That stemmed as a joke on one of our side ops.
Yeah.
and I made it happen. That's a thing. I did that for you guys. So
Yeah,
check
you
that
did
out.
it.
it's wonderful.
We need 100 subscribers on YouTube in order to create a custom URL that makes it easy to search us. But if you go onto YouTube search bar and type in the Geek Time Network, we're like the first result that pops up. It's just like a red logo with the Geek Time logo in there. Check out our videos, hit us with a subscribe, and hopefully you'll like what you see. We're working on a lot of really cool stuff coming down the pipeline for you on that YouTube channel, and we want you to be a part of it, and we want to get you on that subscribe button. As James says, slam that subscribe button.
Oh yeah.
Which makes me real uncomfortable. Why don't you slam that subscribe button?
Yup. You can also slam a shop link on our website and get T-shirts, including a Matt Campbell 2016 presidential election T-shirt that Sam designed, which is amazing.
Which I have a version of, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. And so there's a shop link on geekti.me, but you can also go to geektime.spreadshirt.com, I believe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and you should just do all the things. Give us ratings and review on iTunes. Every little bit helps. We haven't seen any in a while, so...
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. But yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at AC Summerfield. Sam is dying right now, so Sam is at Sam Wright DPS. And Isaac is at doesn't have a twit. Can we get a Sam?
He doesn't have any new followers.
Okay, good. Isaac, when
It's okay.
If I may ask, when can we expect another tweet, my friend?
You'll just have to wait, my friend.
Can we call it 40? Can we get 40? Can we get a tweet at 40?
All right, we'll do another live tweet at 40.
Okay. So Isaac is currently at 38 followers. We need to get him to 40 so he can do another live tweet. Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen.
I love this because Isaac is following no one, so this is wonderful. He's just
You know, Isaac needs to follow one person, and then Isaac could pretty much be our Kanye. Because isn't the only person Kanye is following on Twitter Kim?
Oh, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. I'm going to look up Kanye West right now.
It's kind of awkward.
Yep, Kanye West following one.
Wow.
23.2 million followers. The only person he's following is Kim Kardashian. He has liked one tweet. I don't know who this person is, but the tweet is, "Life is a fucking waste of time. Time is a fucking waste of life. So get wasted all the time and have the time of your life."
Wow.
Some really good advice. That's surprisingly good advice. Solid advice, even.
That's interesting. I don't understand why he follows Kim whenever he could literally just like look to his
Follow.
left and talk to her.
Yeah.
I could literally follow her.
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. On that note, so just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up with the next section, it's not really spoiler territory. There has been conversation that has come up in some optional codec calls throughout the game up until this point. There's one shred of evidence, kind of detail, that is revealed later in the game. But the deleted scenes for this week is me and Sam trying to see if Isaac can guess who the Sorrow is the ghost dad of. So
Do I find out?
yeah,
You'll
Doug,
just have to find out.
Tune in like just a few seconds.
But yeah, and we'll put the "it's just a box" and all that shit at the end of the deleted scene. So
Yeah.
enjoy,
Is that-
guys.
Yeah. Go Golden State Warriors.
Oh, fuck you. Andre.
I'm following it right now.
Go Pachinko.
Dude, they're crushing the Cavaliers right now.
No, I know. Right now, they're just fucking. They're running away.
FYI.
Guys, just keep your sports talk somewhere else. I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
I don't want any of this.
Yeah, so I don't know. We won't deep dive too much into how Konami is ruining video games by making pachinko cash-ins of everything. So we'll just let the deleted scene play us out. So cool. Thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a great time.
Okay, so there's this big pile of crap, right? It's shaped like a giant tank, and it's walking around on two legs, going on a rampage and stomping on people and houses and stuff. And this giant turd is carrying the nastiest missiles you ever saw. Like, whenever it launches one of its turd missiles, whatever it hits, people, trees, buildings, turns into shit. My hometown, my old school, my family, my girlfriend, old man John, everything in that turd's path turned into shit.
All right.
All right. So this is kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but you can have figured this out at this point. Essentially, we keep saying Ghost Dad, and Isaac doesn't know who the Sorrow could be the father of. And when asked, or when told that this person's mother is also in the game, Isaac jumped to the conclusion that the Sorrow and the boss are the parents. So we're
trying to drag because he thinks it's a bad answer, and we told him that literally any answer aside from 0, SIGINT, or the end would not be something we would make fun of him for.
Exactly. So we're gonna put 5 minutes on the clock.
Oh shoot!
We're gonna see if Isaac. And so check it out too, guys. So we're more than halfway through MGS3. Kind of like for Isaac's sake, we're not gonna spoil stuff, but just in general, like. Spoiler warning is off at this point, so if Isaac discovers something, it's on. So like from this point forward, like we might talk about some shit that happens later, so don't freak out that we're spoiling some stuff now.
Well, crap, man.
But yeah, so Isaac has sussed out that the Sorrow is the dad and that the boss is the mom, but we don't know who. So I'm putting.
See, Sam's laughing now, so
I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock.
I don't know if I should go with this.
I just wait. Just the way he said it was Sorrow's the daddy, and the boss is the mommy.
So, and you can kind of allude that they have had romantic past from codec calls and conversations. So
yeah, I was gonna say like in the scene when the Sorrow dies, it kind of makes that connection that there was something between the boss and the Sorrow.
Yeah, and she'll later confirm it. Like the boss will say something later about it. But anyway, here are your 5 minutes, Isaac. You can use all of it, or you can just rapid fire guess for 5 minutes.
And also,
starting now.
I mean, I don't know if I should stick with the boss and Sorrow.
Yeah, I haven't confirmed any of this.
Here's an interesting little bit.
Tig little bit.
Interesting tiddlywink.
Ding. So the Sorrow and the Joy are opposite emotions.
Oh.
So just wanted to throw that out there. Now you know.
I did not know that white is the opposite of black. Well, she's wearing white as well.
This is true.
And she rides a pale horse.
And she's always like, "Is that the Sorrow? I can feel him."
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking giveaway. So,
I can feel him in my pussy.
Oh, ew!
What do you think?
I'm sorry.
How do you think
It's
he comes
fucking
from?
2:30 in the morning. I don't give a fuck anymore.
All right.
So,
Isaac, you're down
it
to
is
4 minutes,
2:30.
buddy. You need to give us an answer, or are you gonna think about it some more? Let's just hear you. Let's hear you work it out.
Then I thought about
stream
of
consciousness.
Yeah, maybe. You guys always talk about paramedic wanting Snake real bad, right?
Yeah.
So how does that have anything to do with
Ghost Dad? I have no idea.
We're talking
how
about
does paramedic wanting that snake dick
it's like
mean anything?
It's a snake. She wants a snake.
Yeah. So I was gonna jump the gun, and this sounds terrible, and makes no sense at all.
Are you sure you want to say this, Isaac? Because you have 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
I'm gonna say it.
You could think it through a little bit more if you.
No, it's going there. So,
oh god.
There's no resemblance. Makes no sense.
Is this Sokolov? Because that's a bad answer.
Sokolov already has a family, unless we're talking about,
This is full on.
Yeah, his wife and
girls.
daughter, not his parents. Dog, what the fuck?
Isaac, you got 2 minutes.
Like having a daughter and a wife precludes you from having parents. Apparently.
Apparently.
Holy shit! Apparently.
So
Not Johnny. I'll give you that much.
So what am I trying to answer here with 2
Who
minutes
is
left?
the child of the Sorrow?
Oh, right, because Ghost Dad. All right. I already said Otacon, which you guys laughed at.
Yeah, that's not correct.
The offspring is also in the game.
In this game. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say Snake, but then that makes. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Keep
Is
deducing.
that your
Now I'm
final answer?
having-
You've got a minute 50, Isaac.
Well, now I'm having second thoughts, and now I don't know who or whom it could be. All right, I'm just gonna go down the list.
I'll
of
give you
all-
one more tip real quick. It
Yes.
wouldn't be a character that hasn't been introduced already, or else we wouldn't be doing this to you.
Right, because I'm supposed to know who.
Yeah, because that'd be terrible if we did this and we were just like, ha ha ha, it was actually Jordan, who you have yet to meet.
Okay.
Jordan, of all people, Jordan's the name.
Oh,
You got a minute 15.
I got it.
What is
I'm gonna go with Ocelot.
Rawr.
Wrong? Right?
No,
What?
I said
do you say?
rawr.
So is that?
Yeah,
Dang it! I don't know what that
Do we want to give it to
means.
him, Sam?
tell him.
Wait.
Yeah, it is Ocelot.
Oh shoot! Yes.
You got it.
Woohoo!
That's why the boss can't look him in the eyes.
Yeah.
And that's also why she gave him his own hand gesture back to him.
Gotta look him in the eye. Aim no higher.
Yeah.
So
apparently
is-
as well. So the reason why this came up is because we were talking about skipped cutscenes or codex. After you fight Ocelot, if you call Eva, she will tell you about how he is the son of a legendary soldier who has a scar on her chest. And she alludes a whole bunch to it being the boss, but she won't flat out tell you.
Oh wow. So I was right
Yeah.
on all
Yep.
accounts. Sorrow and the
An
boss.
Otacon.
I was like
What?
getting really worried about you. Like you're like, this doesn't make any sense. It's
Just a box.
it's Rose.
It's the DARPA chief.
Fucking
Peter.
Don Anderson.
Peter.
Oh God.
When we were actually recording the main hater Lion.
Lion.
When we were recording the main episode. When we were recording the main episode, when you were saying Otacon, you said the O sound and hesitated. You were like, "Is it?" And I was like, "Oh shit, you got it." and then you had to go and say Otacon,
Oh, I'm sorry.
like a fucking numpty. Like what the fuck, dude?
Well, I
it
will
was
say
the
this too,
glasses.
Isaac,
The glasses
it kind
threw
of
me off.
it makes it a little bit more apparent as to why Ocelot would have like weird liquid snake psychic powers or whatever the fuck. Because his
Yeah.
daddy's a ghost man Chandler.
His daddy's Ghostman Chandler.
Ghostman Chandler.
Yep, Ghostman Chandler Bing.
Nice.
But yeah, there.
God,
If you
fuck it.
if you just keep your eyes open for it, there's actually a lot more references throughout. So like there'll be a moment. I can't remember when, but there's a moment when the boss and Ocelot are near each other, and I think you can see the Sorrow standing with them from R1.
Oh, and you can take a picture with your camera. No, I'm
You
just
take
kidding.
a picture.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can you? Oh no,
No,
that'd be great.
no, it's just.
It's a family photo.
Although I did pick up the
But,
camera.
yeah, so
Have y'all picked up the camera yet?
oh, very nice. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
we talked about it
Oh,
I
last
discussed
episode.
it.
Well,
Well, not last episode, but like this.
Did- oh,
Is this going
Really?
at? Is this going out the end of the? Or is this going as like a part of the site op?
I don't know what this is.
We'll probably just put it at the other side up.
I'll probably just delete
Okay,
this
fuck it.
right now.
Last week.
So there you go, Isaac.
Anyway,
Hopefully you don't forget about this by the time we get to the end of the game.
Be like, oh, Otacon. Okay,
All right.
okay.
And that's
Bye.
it.
That's pretty sick, man.
Good thing it was just a dream, huh?
Yes, that's a good thing.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, not
I
much.
just got followed by @startup grind. I really hope.
Me
that,
too.
I really hope that that's an entrepreneur website and not
I
like
think- I think-
a foreplay grinding website.
honestly,
Mm.
I hope it's both.
Startup.
I think
grind.
it followed. I think it followed Geek Time Network
Ah, gotcha.
because technically we are a startup and we do need to hit that grind.
Oh shit! You know I'm all about that grind.
All about that smash and grab. Get them wet.
Doo doo.
Get him
A doo doo.
So why are we all gathered here today, gentlemen? Mental Gen.
Well, we promised that we were going to tell a story about Alessio's ramen disaster, and we forgot. So we're recording again, so we can do that.
It was my fault.
I don't know what came over me, by the way. in regards to the ramen story. It was a very strange, like... Okay, so for those of the listeners who know me personally, I'm kind of a reserved, like, individual who enjoys to follow a routine and, like, stay kind of organized. But every once in a while, my mind makes these very odd connections, and I, like, can't rest until I do the thing that my mind has decided I should do. And one evening in Dayton, Ohio, that thing was disgusting.
So let me preface this. So Alessio came. This was the second time Alessio had ever visited me in Ohio, and this time he had come and was when we went to Ohio Game Developer Expo in Columbus, and afterwards we were at my house, and James and Aaron were there, and we were recording. We were going to record some Geek Time stuff. And I offered everybody drinks, and I said, well, we have this, and then I have water, and if you want, I have those little flavor packets, you can make it into, like, juice if you want. And then somewhere, Leslie was like, I wonder what it would taste like if we put ramen seasoning into water.
Oh,
And
God.
usually use it as, like, an iced tea.
Oh.
Yeah. And then...
Icing.
And I was like, I don't know, probably Dad. And Alessio was like, I'm gonna do it. And so Alessio fucking dumped a packet of Oriental seasoning.
That's the best.
You gotta
best
go
kind.
Oriental, dude.
Yeah.
Yep, got the seasoning from an Oriental packet of ramen, which was the only ramen we had because my roommate Nick's ramen, and he's vegetarian, so he has to have the Oriental one.
I obtained the seasoning from an Oriental. That's totally
Okay.
what it sounded like you were about to say.
We're not supposed to say that anymore. That's not okay.
I know.
But yeah, so he pours it into this thing, shakes it up, and then I think the only person that didn't try it was Aaron.
Yeah, I think wasn't the final consensus that it quote wasn't that bad after like the initial shock.
Yeah, after the initial shock of like, what the fuck is this? It's like, it's not that bad. It tastes like cold soup broth.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like I think what had happened. You see what had happened was I put all the seasoning in the water bottle and shook it up, but for some reason there was still like a lot at the top. So I think my initial swig almost put me on my ass because I was like, that is a salty piece of shit drink. And then after everything kind of leveled out, it totally was just like sucking on room temperature chicken broth or Oriental broth. Wasn't that bad.
Ew.
It was just real salty.
Ew.
You want that real salt. You gotta make it get 'em wet.
Maybe if we try 2 packets next time, it'll be better. Yeah, so.
Maybe like half a packet.
Maybe just no packets.
Yeah. Maybe like we drop the packets and then use fucking Crystal Light like a normal fucking human being next time. How's that sound? Some Crystal Light?
Yeah.
Sound good?
It was good.
Crystal Light, anybody?
It was very savory. I will say that. It wasn't sweet. It was a very savory.
Savory. Go fuck yourself. That statement. It was very savory.
I just want to see somebody on a treadmill with fucking like soy sauce water, and they're just like, it's savory, dude. Like it's not sweet like the Crystal Light.
I think the term you're looking for is umami.
Oh,
If we're eluding umami.
I remember that reminds me of the time where I was at Waffle House with a couple friends, and
What about for our foreign listeners, Sam? Can you tell them what a Waffle House is?
oh god, a Waffle House is
It's a house made of waffles.
Oh yes,
really
it's
just
so
don't-
yummy.
It's like a it's
like a diner. It's like a 1950s
It's like a
style
diner. It's like a calf, like a local calf, except it's everywhere. But like you can just go there and it's like a greasy spoon, and the food's terrible for you, and you really just regret every decision you ever made after you've eaten there.
But you love it.
But at the moment, it's really great.
So
and
good.
It's kind of like I'm here because it's 4 a.m. and I'm hungry, or I'm here because I'm drunk or hungover, and that's really the only reason why you go to Waffle House.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. So I was there with some friends, and one of my friends went to the bathroom, and another of our friends poured salt into his water, and just God. And then he comes back and he drinks the water and like
Ugh.
gets up and like almost vomits. Like it was
Yeah.
bad. And after that, we just started putting like mustard and like condiments and syrup and gross shit into the fucking
What?
water and mixing it up, and it was just like, so who's gonna drink this? And my one friend was like, I'll do it for $10. He's like, who won't drink the whole thing, but I'll drink some of it. And I think one of my friends was like, yeah, go for it. I got $10 right here. And he fucking did it. And he drank a lot more than I would have in that situation. And he got up and he went to the bathroom, and by God, he did vomit. But he got $10 out of it. So.
Dang, dude.
You just described the scene from Jack when all the kids are in the treehouse mixing shit together. But that, yeah. Did you guys tip your waitress heavily that night?
Oh, we always do.
Okay, Isaac and I have a cold and fast rule.
Yeah,
About
it's a hard fact.
Yeah, hard facts. Man.
What is that rule?
We patented it when we were young.
Oh God!
But our rule is, if you come by and ask me if I want a refill, you get a tip. If you never ask me if I need a refill, you don't get tip. That's the rule.
And this is something you've lived by since you've invented this?
Absolutely, and by God, me and Isaac have been in situations where no one ever came back to refill our glasses, and we just had to lay down the law.
Yep. We can't give free passes here.
Yeah, come on, man. Work for your money, please.
Yeah, that's right.
What if like you eat your food really fast, and then you ask for the check before they have a check?
Well, that's on us, Sam. We can't expect them to be the Flash. Okay.
Okay.
So
I just know I know too many people waiting in that line of work that.
I'm sure they're great people. I'm sure they're great people that would ask me for a refill.
I have there's a Waffle House story here somewhere.
People that would ask me for a refill.
You have a Waffle House story, Isaac?
Yeah, one time I was sitting at a Waffle House, and the people next to me got a biscuit and gravy, and I watched them, and they didn't touch it. So when they went up to leave, when they went to leave, I just walked over and I grabbed it and I ate it. So,
and then Isaac was like, I remember you were on the receiving end of like a large gasp from like the 2 or 3 other people that we were with.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, me and Isaac were like, what do you mean? Like, so I don't know if you can start to paint a picture here, but me and Isaac steal leftovers from people's tables, and we don't tip unless a weird circumstance happens. I think we might be weird, Isaac.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I think you are pretty weird.
We live in a dumpster together.
I'll take it though.
We gotta save that money, dude.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Little
in next
Dicky,
week,
dude.
Doug.
Little Dicky style. You gotta save that money.
Oh gosh.
Well, all right, guys. That's the scene and scene.
What I'm trying to say is, no matter what the situation, there's always a way out. Don't throw in the towel yet. Clear your mind.
Magic Limb, Isaac Lim Man, tell me, what box?
Give me the box.
No, box no you. Box go to people.
People no like box.
It just it.
I want.
It just it.
Peen roar.
Alessi man.
Peen roar.
I want cat.
I want cat.
Cat have Schrodinger.
Cat has box is dead not dead either too?
Living
Cat
dead
dude.
same
No.
time.
No, till open box. It just box.
Warriors.
Is that close enough? Is that close
yeah,
enough?
fuck it. It's good enough. That's the Schrodinger's cat.
It's just a box, or is it?
Who knows? Well, actually, I believe that stupid Schrodinger's cat thing was disproven, like, not too long after it originated. It was just like, it was like a huge fucking theory, and then in the end, like, another physicist was just like, you don't need to observe that shit for it to be real. What are you talking about? So, yes, Sam, it is just a box, whether or not we observe it or not.
Are we still doing this?
If a tree falls in a box,
How
Is
many
anyone
boxes are
around?
there?
is anyone around to open it?
Is it like those presents you get where it's a box, and inside the box is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and inside the box is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and inside the box is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and inside the box is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and inside the box is a box, and then inside of that is a box, and then inside of that is a box,
This is a
and then it's just a
boxception.
box.
Just a box.